Alright, in today's video, we're gonna go through all of the hardscape I put in for this tank and show you guys exactly why I put it where I did and any of the gluing I needed to do. Now, I appreciate you guys following along. Make sure you subscribe and like all these videos so you can stay updated, and hit that notifications button while you're at it. Thank you guys and enjoy the video. Alright, so now we got all the rocks cleaned. I know I'm gonna put one in the back here to help kind of hold that up a little bit. So let's get that done first. Maybe like that. Oh, it's all right. That's just gonna help keep it from wobbling so bad. And then I was thinking about putting this, because I couldn't really figure out a good way to set it. I kind of wanted to put it up like this in the back, but it's just not really working out the way I was hoping. It just sticks out way too far. I don't want it just straight in the back, so I was thinking, what if we set it up like this and then just put some rocks? In the back to hold it up. It's kind of what I was thinking. So let's see, let's get a nice rock in there. Maybe this guy. We'll put this side up, that looks kind of cool. I'll just set this right up like so. There we go. I think that'll work good. And that'll kind of create a little bit of depth back there. The other thing I was thinking about, maybe just putting, I'm not really sure what I want to do with the rest of these rocks exactly. I might stick another one back over here just to kind of hide that, hide this some more. You know? I don't really want it in that crevice though, because I'm going to put plants in there. Maybe I'll put it something like this. Kind of create a little bit. That looks kind of cool. I'll put some glue on there just to kind of hold all that together. But I like that a little bit, yeah. Just kind of helps, I don't know, give it a little bit more of a natural look to it. And then, this is just a really dark, kind of shiny rock almost. This almost feels like it's carbony. I feel like I might need to do a vinegar test on this thing. Well, it did come from a aqua shop, so maybe I'll be all right. This one's kind of shiny too. These are technically slate. So maybe we'll just kind of add these. This is kind of going to be my flow area. We'll just kind of maybe add these in the back here. Just kind of do a little. Do like that. I just kind of want to get rid of that background there a little bit. I also need to leave enough room for, there we go, my plants that are going in the back. Maybe we'll just set this. Maybe we'll set this, I don't know. Just set it like so. Does that look natural? Does that look cool? I don't know, that kind of looks way too stacked. Okay, we'll just set this kind of up here. Just a little bit in the foreground there. One thing, that's kind of just a line back there though. So it does kind of look, let's see. You know, maybe I just don't put more rocks back there. I just kind of leave that. And that does look kind of good. You know, I mean, I could maybe just put a rock up here. Just kidding, I don't want to do that. You know, maybe I do just leave it with that. Maybe I don't add any more. We just let the plants do the talking. You know, and I'll just use some smaller rocks to kind of do accent pieces. You know, maybe that's what we do. Just kind of keep this out. So, you know, I do have this smaller piece here, which we'll throw back here. That way, you know, who knows, maybe the car will plant on that. And then I have these other ones that I cleaned before that came out of this tank. That one needs to be re-cleaned. You know, I could put these kind of in here, just like so. Something kind of like that. And then I've got some little pebbles. Maybe I'll add these to it as well. I've got these. You know, these need to be cleaned yet. Take these out. But I have, definitely needs to be clean. I have these, but these kind of fit with the color scheme a bit. Maybe I clean these out quick and yeah, add these in, just kind of just around there a little bit. I do think maybe instead of all of these over here, throw like this one over here. Flip that there. You know, just natural. See, one thing that I've noticed is if you kind of get down here at level, like you're sitting here looking at it, what does it look like? I really do like that right side. That side looks nice. I really feel like that looks nice. This left side just looks a little but maybe that's just gonna be the plants that are gonna help with that, you know? I think maybe we just do that so we can put that filter there for the time being. That one over here, because I'm gonna have to use these sponge filters until my other filters, I had to do a little modification for those. Maybe we just stick with this, leave the rest kind of sandy. I'll wash these rocks and then I'll come back and we'll add these to it. We got these cleaned, so let's just add a few and kind of see what it looks like. I don't want to overdo it. I think that might be enough. A little more down here. I learned this from MD Fish Tanks. If you guys don't know who he is, you're crazy. Let me know if I'm doing this right. MD Fish Tanks, if you're watching this, send help. All right, we'll go with that. That is good enough for me. We'll just move some of these that, gosh darn it. Get that pushed up there. Let's move some of these. Now we're down here, back a little bit. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the glue. Oh, there's an ant on there. Well, you're gonna get drowned. Let's get the glue here real quick. Okay, first things first, we're just gonna put a little bit of this right here because it's already there. Now we're gonna get this on. Gotta wipe my finger off because I got glue on it and I don't want it to dry on there. I think this already comes with an open tip. So let's just put a little bit more on here. Make sure that's good. Hold this up. Put a nice big glob there. Hold that against it. I think you can actually glue this to the glass, if I'm not mistaken. Let's try a touch here. I'm gonna make a mess with this glue, but it is what it is. Just want to make sure none of this stuff really moves. We're just going to give this stuff a minute to dry, and then we'll start working on the rest. I just want to leave the plants in the water as long as possible before I plant them, and then I'll plant them afterwards. I also want to double check, make sure I'm doing this right. You know, up until here, I'm pretty confident. I know the nubias, I know how to cut the rhizomes, and I know where to plant those and how to do that. After that though, the rest of them, I just want to double check, make sure I'm doing it right, putting things in the right spot. At the end of the day, guys, there really is no right and wrong way to do it, right? There's just how do you want to do it. And I want to do it like this. I really like empty tanks. I got hooked on them. Case in point, shaved the head, beard. Come on, guys. But at the end of the day though, really what it comes down to is, what do you want? And as long as you're happy with it, that's all that really matters, you know? So just build something that you're happy with. If you don't like how it looks, then just rearrange it, do it different. You know, part of this is a learning process, you know? I think this is how I want it to look. We'll see how it looks later once we have water in there and get the plants and everything going. But, you know, I'm gonna give it a month and then see what it looks like. And then if I don't like how it looks, then maybe I'll rearrange it, you know? But at the end of the day, you only learn by trying, and I'm trying, so. All right, let's get ready for the plants.